All right. So, on the fifth installment of Full Self-Drive with Grok, we're just going to do the kind of same things as before. We'll do a little market update. We'll talk about, we'll see what Grok has to think about the newest updates on Iran situation. I do want to see what its take is on oil this time. I can give you guys an update on the options that, the options play that Grok recommended a couple videos ago too. But let's start with letting Grok give us the top trends on X right now. Hey Grok, what are the top trends on X right now? What are people talking about the most?
Top trends on X right now include K-pop stuff like Cortez's Red Red MV blowing up in 26 countries, Han's Let It Show OST Party, and 101 Nostalgia. Worldwide, you're seeing Japanese terms like Raidathers, Arabic hashtags like Thesevidia Derinientes _Neghoicum, and sports like WWER Raw or NBA names such as Jokic. Lots of music, idols, and viral events dominating the chatter.
Interesting. Can you give me the top 3 news stories on X right now?
The top 3 news stories buzzing on X right now are Trump threatening more bombings on Iran if no deal's reached, the Justice Department probing the Southern Poverty Law Center over paid informants in extremist groups, and the UK approving a smoking ban for anyone born after 2008. Brazil's first capital command gang expanding global cocaine ops, and Japan's big defense export rule overhaul are also getting tons of traction.
Interesting. Can you dive a little bit more into the Iran situation? The last time we had a conversation, you gave me some oil options plays. Where do you foresee the next couple weeks and an Iran deal and everything going on with Trump and Iran?
Trump's pushing hard on Iran, saying no ceasefire extension past tomorrow. He expects bombings to resume if no deal on...
Grok, 1 second. I just want to say something real quick, guys. We're going to see what this does here. There's 2 road signs blocking it off. All right, went right through. Oh, see, kind of freaked out for a second. It's been having a hard time with that. Okay, continue, Grok.
Anyway, Trump's drawing a hard line. No extension on that ceasefire expiring tomorrow unless Iran agrees to big concessions on nukes and reopening the Strait of Hormuz. Over the next couple weeks, expect tense Pakistan talks with Vance, possible more strikes if they stall, which could spike oil prices short term like we saw last time.
Interesting. I do want to give an update on the options plays that Grok gave me 2 videos ago. So there was 2 separate circumstances where, the strait was opened, or we had good news or good, positive news stories coming out of Iran that I think oil at USO particularly is what we're talking about, because that was what Grok recommended, had dropped about 10%. With that, I think my options plays were up pretty substantially. I did have leaps, and they were a little bit out of the money, so I believe they were up like 20% or something, which they were doing pretty well. But for me, the play was for oil to rebound. It wasn't just to make that quick buck. Otherwise, I would have done options plays that were more in the money. So since then, oil has recovered, and I think it actually is a little bit higher, if not almost exactly where it was at when it gave that recommendation. But I just wanted to give you guys an update on that. I do have until July on those option contracts, so plenty of time. Or I guess, I can't remember if it was July or January. I don't remember what they said, but regardless, we got plenty of time on those. We won't really see any theta decay until about a month or so before. So I would say if we can keep it to around the time, if something happens by May, we'll probably be good. But yeah, so let's go back to Grok here. All right, Grok. So right now is a pretty decent earnings week for some pretty large companies. What would be your number 1 stock pick for a company that has earnings this week that has a really good balance sheet but is very undervalued currently?
I'd go with Intel this week. It's reporting Thursday, trades at a low price to earnings multiple around 13, and boasts a rock-solid balance sheet with minimal debt. Recent data shows it's undervalued compared to peers, making it a smart pick for earnings potential.
Intel. Okay, interesting. What do they think that Intel should be priced at currently?
Analysts' average price target for Intel sits around $53 to $55 right now. Some, like Benchmark, see up to $76, while Morningstar pegs fair value lower at about $32, amid high uncertainty.
Okay, excellent. And what are the projected growth numbers for Intel in the next 3 years?
Analysts project Intel's revenue growing around 5 to 6% per year on average over the next 3 years, from about $53 billion in 2025 to around $63 billion by 2028. Earnings per share should ramp up faster, from near zero in 2026 to about $1.48 by 2028, with some seeing up to 40% annual EPS growth amid the turnaround.
Okay. Well, those are some decent picks, I think. Obviously, this is not investment advice. This is just getting some ideas from what Grok says. Then you could formulate what's going to work best for you. Those growth projections aren't great in my opinion, but keep in mind they just announced, I don't know if you want to call it a partnership, but they just said they're going to be working with Tesla and Terafab, meaning there is tons of room for growth and potential, because that's going to be an absolutely gigantic project. So I'm not sure if that's baked into those numbers yet or not, but yeah. So this was episode 4 of Questions with Grok. Again, it could be a little bit of anything, but I like to keep it market related because that's typically what I spend most of my time doing. But yeah, I'll catch you guys next time.